Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my Facebook Live and Periscope live call. Doing Periscope for the very first time, and we are so excited. I'm excited, anyway, to see the great possibilities of what the both broadcasts can really accomplish for us. So, tonight's call, my name is Chad Allen, by the way, and tonight's call is keeping the right perspective. So oftentimes we go through life, we go through our business, our ministry with the wrong kind of perspective. So imagine for a moment that everything that you are doing in your life, you're always getting upset, you're always having an issue of trying to understand why you are feeling the way you're feeling. And perhaps it is because of the wrong kind of perspective that you are having in your life. So I want to thank everyone for being on the call tonight. If you want to say hi, feel free to comment in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to acknowledge you. If not at the beginning of this Facebook and Periscope call, then certainly I will be able to, at the very end, to say hi to you. So it's going to be a good call. I really believe it, and I really believe that you can get quite a bit out of it. So again, thank you for joining everyone that's on. So what are the 5 tips? So let's really talk about number 1. You have to understand that you are an imperfect person. Everything that you do, you got to understand that you're not perfect. You're not going to do everything perfectly. So, and when you really understand that and really acknowledge yourself as being that way, that whatever you do, it's not going to be perfect. It's okay. It's totally okay to not be perfect in what you're doing, because when you're looking at yourself and when you're looking at other people, the first thing that we should always come to mind is that we are all sinners and have fallen short of the glory of Christ. So when we have that perspective in our mind, it makes it very much easier to be able to look at the situation and look at the person and say, it may not have been my time at this very moment. God has a perfect plan for me, and whatever the situation is taking place, whether it be I would say like a trial or a tribulation that's taking place, a challenge that's there, you have to maintain that kind of perspective that yes, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to do everything right. I'm going to make mistakes. It's totally okay. We're all here to learn, and is really what's quite important. Number 2, happiness is a choice. You, as a person, you have the ability to be happy. Do you want to be happy? Of course you do. We all want to be happy. We all want to have success in our life as well, right? So it's a choice. It's a choice. You're not going to gain success in life if you're not willing to put the effort forward. You're not going to establish your vision if you're not willing to put work into your vision to go out and do the necessary activities. And you're certainly not going to be a happy person if all you're doing is always complaining about everything. When you complain, when you're always constantly complaining about something, you become very complacent in what you are and what you are doing. Why? Because it steals your activity, and it steals the very thing that makes you great at what you are. So we have to learn how not to be negative and not to be always complaining. We have to say, I am happy, I am great, I am good, I am this. So you are what you say you are. You are what you will be. You will become what you think you are, because the mind is a very powerful thing. So remember, Happiness is definitely a choice. Just like if you want to be successful, it's a choice. It's just like if you want to um, become somebody greater, like you want to be a big time business owner, believe it with all your heart, soul, and mind, and then take that vision and go after it. So that's what you can really, really do in that. So be happy. Number 4, do not compare yourself to others. Why? How come you do not want to compare yourself to other people? Really, the biggest thing, the reason why, is because you're not them. You cannot do what they do. You are unique in your own way. Could you be better at what they do? Of course. Could you be a little bit less uh, interaction? Of course. But you are not that person. So you should never ever compare yourself to somebody else because it's not going to do you any good anyway. All you're going to do is you're going to be like, man, this really stinks. He has everything, right? And then what happens? You become a complainer, a negative type of person, and then you choose not to be happy because you're so envious of that person, and that envy has just stolen your joy, has stolen your activity, has stolen your vision, your dream. So you have to be able to not compare yourself. And when you compare yourself to other people, you are also saying that they are more perfect. They are better than you. And that's not true. You are a beautiful person and a person that has great potential. And you really have to believe that with all of your heart, soul, and mind. God would not have put you here on earth if He did not have a purpose for your life. So God has a purpose for you to achieve something masterful and great in your life. So if something is not going right in your life and you see somebody else getting all this kind of success and you're like, man, I want to be like him. No, you don't. You want to be like you because you could change the world. You are unique. So don't compare yourself to other people because you will never be like them. You can only be like you. And that's what's the most important, right? So again, keeping the right perspective and who you are and what you could become and where you will be going in your daily life. Number 5, your response to everything. Your response is everything. Now, keep this in mind, okay? Imagine if the person that you are talking to says, I don't like you very much because all you do is come to me with your plan, like you are better than me, like you are this, like you are that. So ask yourself this one question: when someone comes to you with that kind of negative response, is that a reflection on you or a reflection on them? See, it's a reflection on them. Why? Because they are broken. See, when you understand that broken people will always attempt and make attempts, subconsciously and unknowingly at times, they will make attempts to bring you down, right? Broken people will always try to find a way to make you broken because they are broken. So this goes back to the first point where you have to have the grace and you have to know that we are all imperfect people. So how you respond. Okay, so if you are in that kind of situation where someone is very negative towards you, if you get mad at them and you to say something to the effect, you're no good, you are this, you are that, who just won? Who just won? Was it you that won, because you were able to say, yeah, I'm greater, like I got him or her? Or is it the person that was trying to break you fault? And that's where you have to really see things. What happens is that when you respond in a negative way toward a negative person responding negativity to you, you have effectively allowed them to control you and to control how you feel. See, when you have the right kind of perspective in life, then nothing in this world could change that perspective. You have a positive perspective. You have a perspective is that will help change the world. But yeah, you had this person coming to you, telling you that you're no good, that you're this, that you're that your company stinks, your product is crap, your religion is a bunch of baloney. Listen, it's a reflection on them. They are the ones that are losing out. They are the ones that are miserable. They are the ones that possibly do not have. Now, I won't say they won't, but it's a potential that they don't have Christ in their life. It's also, they may be going through something very, very difficult where they are maybe there's a life issue taking place. Maybe there's a marital issue or whatever, or a parental issue that's taking place. You don't know where that other person is at. So when you respond in such a way that in such a negative way back, you not only have done something like you are kind of like cursing that person, but also you have allowed that person to win. And also, if you're a Christian, you have allowed Satan to win. Why? Because you have taken your viewpoint, your attitude, and how you respond. You pretty much said, "You win. You have controlled me." So, just when you are talking to people and they don't agree with you, they don't agree with your business, it's okay. It's totally okay that they don't say, okay, you know what? That's great that you feel that way. I understand that you feel that way. I don't agree with it. It's okay. Perspective. Having the right perspective in life will help you achieve more in life in order to be positive and reflective. So I really hope that has really helped you on tonight's call. I know it's a short call. It's about 7 minutes shorter than the ones last night and the night before, but that's okay. It's okay to have a short call. And feel free to comment below about if you ever had any issues on keeping the right perspective and how you were able to fix it. If not, it's okay to say that you are not, that you certainly do not have the right perspective at this moment. Because honestly, back in the day, forget it, but I did not have the right perspective on life. I did not have the right perspective on my future, on how I perceive the world. Yeah, forget it, Focus, forget about it. I could start something, and the next thing you know, I don't even finish. Why? It's those kind of things that happened in the past that in time I have really been able to fix and really right the path. And so can you. You could really, really make things happen for you if you have the right kind of perspective, the right kind of purpose, knowing who you are, being able to set forth your vision, and then putting it into action, and then having the right kind of perspective. So perspective having the right kind of perspective will also be able to allow you to not feel so down and out all the time. It will help you not to be angry all the time. It will help you to not get agitated or worrisome all the time. When you have the right perspective on life, if you're a Christian and you have Christ at your head and you know that Christ will take care of you no matter what, you know, uh, everything will be okay. Because you have a more of a lackadaisical approach. Like when you see someone acting out, whatever, it's like, you know, they are broken, they are lost, or they really need a lot of grace. And that's how I perceive things. For example, uh, there was a certain person that I know who would get really upset and would really say some really offensive things at times. And that particular person would, uh, yeah, they'd just be like, oh, why you do this? Why you do that? What's wrong with you? That kind of thing. And you know, all you can do is just say, you know, I do not agree with your behavior. I still love you, but I don't agree with your behavior. It's very offensive. And then let it go. You know, and that person later on, what they did was like they said, Chad, I'm really, really, really sorry that I was that way. You know, please forgive me. Yeah, so you know, you're forgiven. See, my response created an avenue for the person to not feel threatened by me, and they didn't feel like they were put down. But they said, forgive me. And our bond continued to be strong as well, because you know it's like, you know, I love you. Don't, you know, but that behavior is not good, but I love you. And so it's being able to correct somebody in love as well. That's really, really helpful in how you in your response to things. So happiness is a choice. Perspective, having the right perspective, is very, very vital to your overall well-being and success. And so that's all I have. You know, just know that everybody is imperfect, and then I think you'll be okay. But there's always that one person or two people, or that one situation or two situations that really gets us going. You know that's okay too. But just learn how to put it off and then move on. You know, just like, okay, fine, and it's off me. I gave it to Christ. It says I'm going to continue to proceed forward in my daily routine. So you can do it. I know you can do it because you are amazing. So thank you for this wonderful Facebook call. I hope that you got a great deal out of it, as I did, and learning about perspective. And again, you can check the blog post on this particular subject from the Masterminds or the Maximize Leadership course. I'll post it in the blog shortly. It'll be how to have the right perspective. You can check it at chadallen.pro. You can also ask me about what I do for business, and I will also be more than happy to tell you what I do. You're always welcome to ask. And also, if this video has helped you, share it to other people, because I'm sure it will help somebody else as well. And I thank you for everything. And one more, I see I was calling knowledge. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for being on the call. Yes, and I really am glad that you are thankful for the Facebook Live calls. And I'm really glad that you and others get so much out of them. So we'll see you tomorrow. I believe tomorrow will be more about focus, you know, how to have the right kind of focus, keeping focus on everything that you do. So, okay, take care, guys. See you. Have a good one.